Stop! I was gonna say that!
I remember.
Yo, mama!
Why does the moon have phases again? I don't remember.
Phases?
Yeah, like how there's phases of the moon.
It's because the sun shines on, like, certain parts of the moon. That's why, like, cause, like, the moon will be, like, cause, like, it's, the Earth is in, like, different rotations, like, it's not always, like, facing the same way.
Yeah.
And the moon's not always going the same way each and every day. So, it'll be, like, let's say, like, you see the moon, right? But it'll be, like, a little to the left a little bit. You'll see, like, one side's dark and the other side's, like, light. And then sometimes, like, there's that rare instance where it'll just go in front of the sun, and that's why we have eclipses and new moons and stuff like that.
So theoretically, if at night I board a plane and constantly keep getting on planes and make it perpetually night for myself, would I see the phases of the moon change?
I mean, technically, if you're still seeing, well, I don't know, because that kind of sounds like you're just following the moon and, well, because, like, wouldn't the Earth be, well, I don't know. I guess if, like, you're following the moon exactly, unless you're just, like, switching time zones, so that way, like, it's always night or something like that.
Yeah, I'm just I keep switching time zones, that way I follow the moon.
Maybe? I mean, the Earth technically would be, like, you would be going against the Earth's,
like, it would
like,
stop
rotation.
spinning.
I don't think you can go fast enough to do
Well, I mean, yeah, obviously you wouldn't, but, like, theoretically, would the phases of the moon change? I don't think it would.
that. No, because it still gets affected by the sun's position.
Right. But the sun would be in the same position if the Earth was rotating it. Well, no, because the moon and the Earth rotate differently, so...
Yeah, the moon orbits Earth and Earth orbits the sun.
If you were... Are you following the moon or the Earth?
Huh?
Hold on. Let me think about this. Let's think about this. So let's say you're just following the moon, right?
Huh?
Let's say hypothetically everything.
Hold on. Let me think about this actually, though.
Hypothetically,
What would
everything's
the...
mashed potatoes.
Because I think the phases of the moon are, like, different for each, like, it's not, like, you're not gonna have, like, a crescent moon in every single part of the country that, like, where it's nighttime. I think it's gonna be different for everybody, right? So maybe the phases would change depending on the position of the moon. So yeah.
Well, that doesn't really make sense because why would there like Lunar New Year and stuff? Would it actually no? That doesn't.
It's because the Earth and the moon, like, don't, like, have the same, like, speed orbit. I think...
Well, whenever we have the solar eclipse, is it the same for the whole world at the same time, or is how?
Well, no, because part of the
no.
world's still, like, asleep.
Or, I mean,
No, because, like...
Like with the same hemisphere, I'm talking.
No.
No.
Okay.
No, because that's why we, because some parts of the, like, as you saw the last eclipse, we barely got it. We didn't really get, like, the full eclipse.
Yeah, and it was mainly towards, like, California and stuff that got it, and, like, South America got literally none of it.
That's why, like, it's not gonna be, like, it really just depends on where you are. You're gonna get the full effect. Because we're literally on a round ball, so, like, it's not gonna hit every spot, like, naturally. Like, you're not gonna see the full effect unless you're directly in the middle of the sun and the moon on the planet Earth. Yeah.
So now back to my question from a few minutes ago.
I think the phases would change.
Mashed potatoes.
What if everything was mashed potatoes?
Yeah, what if the world was made of mashed
Like
potatoes?
everything was mashed potatoes, or would there be different elements mixed in with the mashed potatoes, or is it just pure?
Mashed potatoes.
So I think
There would be no living because no, it's
would there
mashed
still be
potatoes.
would there still be an like an orbit and stuff like that? It would just be like would it be
Well,
solid?
then,
The
well,
mashed
then you need to
potatoes
ask the
would
question
probably
of,
burn up
does
in the
mashed
sun.
potatoes follow the laws of physics?
Yes.
Well, hold on, because gravity is caused by I guess
Substantial amounts of mass in a certain area,
wait, right. So
and the rotation of the core causing things to be pulled downward.
I don't
as the
remember
force is
I don't
greater.
remember the whole situation on gravity, but if one thing if thing is like so big, doesn't it like pull in the smaller objects?
No.
Is that how that works? I don't remember how it works.
No,
Like
it's
space?
it depends on the amount of like mass it holds, because that's why there's those really tiny black holes that have a lot of gravitational pull. Because it's like, just because something's really big doesn't mean that stuff's gonna get attracted to it if it's just empty on the inside.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like,
Okay.
depending on what it's that's why like Saturn has those rings, is because it's mostly gas, but that gas is like really fucking heavy because there's like so much of it.
So it attracts it, but it's not enough to actually have
Pull
like
it
a
into the
pull.
planet. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It just kind that's why the moon's there and not like on the planet.
It's because it's just perfectly placed, so that way it's
Yeah.
like. Isn't the moon just an asteroid?
Yeah, it's just a big. No,
Some people think it's part of the Earth that also.
Yeah, I think the leading
That's lame.
thing is that like there were two Earths and they hit each other, and that's just the remnants of it. Which is why there's so many craters and shit on it.
Or maybe the moon's like, I got you, Earth, and then there's like.
Shut the hell up. So
Earth, I love you, and then it's like human sacrifice.
Yeah,
I mean, I
okay,
guess
yeah,
planetary
yeah,
sacrifice.
yeah,
Well, it's not a
we
planet.
know that of you.
We've never put mashed potatoes in a hadron collider, so do we
I
really
mean,
know what
honestly,
mashed potatoes are made of?
If the whole
Mashed
planet, if
potatoes are kind of like less dense than dirt,
yeah,
so the Earth would probably be smaller.
there
and
wouldn't
it'd
be
probably
any life, I would assume.
Well, yeah. Well, when you say mashed potatoes, are you talking about just Earth itself, or are you talking about its inhabitants?
Like, is this a whole new planet with Earth rules, or is it like?
Yeah, Earth rules still apply. It's just mashed potatoes.
So it has a pull, it has lithosphere and shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
So,
ozone and.
actually, Earth would probably be smaller if we're talking. If the Earth got turned like to the same thing.
Yeah, because it would be
Mashed
mush,
potatoes
right?
are a lot- yeah, it's kind of more. It's not as solid, so the
Right.
gravity probably affected more.
Yeah. So it wouldn't have such a massive pull. I'm actually engaged into this conversation because I'm so fucking tired.
Mashed potatoes.
This is the most like important thing I need to talk about.
Be different because if a pound of feathers and a pound of steel weighs the same,
Fuck up.
Well, we're not
Then-
going from pound
This
to
isn't about
pound,
this is
though.
about weight. This is about
We're-
density.
yeah, we're going like the same amount of like
You definitely
the
couldn't
shape of
inhabit it.
Earth just with mashed potatoes. Well,
I don't think
obviously
you-
couldn't because there's no water
Yeah, you couldn't.
and no soil.
Yeah.
Well, what if the mashed potatoes were like garlic mashed potatoes with like cheese and like the skin still on to give it that added oomph?
Would it rot over time?
Well, it depends. Are there fungi in this world, or is it all
Oh,
just mashed potatoes?
would it rot?
Not fungi, but I mean bacteria.
Wait,
Well,
so is there
I
oxygen
think-
and is there oxygen and
I
nitrogen?
think things probably still deteriorate, but like
I think
rot,
for there to
rot,
be an atmosphere, there'd have to be water on it, and if there's not going to be water, then no.
yeah, true.
So there wouldn't be anything
Water
for
knows that
like
stuff.
the microbes to hold on to, and even then it'd be
So there would be
blast with
there would be no
radiation.
oxygen or nitrogen, yeah.
So I don't think it'd rot because it'd be blasted with radiation anyways.
Does stuff
If
rot
it's in
in
the vacuum of
space?
space, then it's in a vacuum, so it probably won't. It's like if there's an atmosphere, it's probably just being like preserved then.
So it's
Well,
it's
well,
just
it has no wait. So it has no atmosphere, so the sun's like not the planet's not getting protected from the sun from its UV rays. It's probably
so
gonna
it'd be
like,
cooked.
kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it'd probably form a crust, and then the inside would be mashed potato.
Right.
Wait. So would it technically just make a planet, but like the sun would heat it up so much that it would actually create a crust, so that way somehow, some way, fungi could grow and create some sort of mashed potato life?
Basically, well, that also more than likely a comet would hit that has like water on it, and then it'd kind of go through that cycle.
That's what the fuck?
So
We
yeah,
just-
I guess
This
I
is
guess
this is
made
a
out of mashed
whole new
potatoes.
idea for like a fucking planet, and we just science the shit out of it.
Bad science, but
It's bad science, but I mean
we'd probably be
theoretically,
thrown out of like Harvard over it.
we would be,
but
Harvard would be like, "What the fuck are y'all talking about?"
That's gonna be my thesis paper to get into Harvard. Is can you make a planet out of mashed potatoes?
Dude, technically you could.
Because that's basically how Mars is a planet and still has life on it underground.
So over time, I guess the gravity would. Well, hold on, because the outside would be hotter, right? Not the inside.
Yeah. But eventually,
Isn't Earth's like inner core like the hottest thing ever, or is it the outer core?
No, so
On the
Earth's inner
planet.
core.
I mean, well,
is
yeah,
really-
on the planet,
is,
oh,
like,
yeah.
really hot.
It's hotter than the surface of the sun.
Yeah, because it's basically molten iron and like nickel and shit. And that's because there's so much density and so much pressure that's being put in the middle of it that it can't actually form, and it's constantly getting superheated. And that's pretty much what would happen with mashed potato Earth, is it would get so dense because of how much matter is there, that the gravitational pull that it would have to have a moon there, if we're gonna say it has a moon as well, would probably put so much pressure on it that after a certain amount of time it would start to heat up so much, and a lot of the minerals and stuff from the mashed potatoes might separate themselves, and then there might be a core to the mashed potato Earth.
Oh
And
my
then
god.
it might start rotating to the point to where an atmosphere forms by collecting enough molecules. So it is
Mashed
possible,
potato planet.
if in some ungodly way everything becomes perfect together, that there could be mashed potato people.
it all
Carbon-based
it all
life
started
form,
with
dude.
chaos theory. No, it's a
technically
theory
still
about chaos.
It technically still be a carbon-based life form.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah.
Would it still be?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
mashed potatoes
are made from carbon. And if
I guess
everything's
technically.
basically coming from the mashed
But there wouldn't be
potato
like there
gods.
obviously wouldn't be like humans and stuff like that.
No, there still could be, because things would eventually
Is it possible to
evolve.
create it would be some sort of creature, right? Like dinosaurs? I guess,
it
sort
would
of.
go from microbes on a comet that eventually form from the water to it kind of just
The whole cycle, yeah.
evolves over millions of years.
I gotta watch the history of the world, I guess. Like that video. It's just it'd be summarized what's gonna happen on Mashed Potato Planet. What the fuck did we just talk about, bro?
The tragedy of mashed potato planet.
I
Did-
brought up mashed potato Earth as a joke, and somehow we made it into like an actual thing.
An actual
You know
theory.
what? You know what? Now there's a multiverse where that worked, and I am now a god to a certain
God was
group of
like,
people.
damn, shit bussin'. Hey yo.
God, God dropped this bowl of mashed potatoes on the universe plate and was like, well, that's there.
God was
Let's see what
like,
it
God
goes.
was hammered one night, and he had like the map of the universe, and he just like took a bowl of mashed potatoes and was like, "I'm gonna put this right here," and smashed it right there on the fucking.
I like to think that there's a universe where God does exist and there's like proof of it, but the entire universe is made out of different fast foods. Like,
Fry Planet,
yeah, Burger Planet.
Burger Planet, Taco Planet.
And there's like a pizza planet, but just to piss off all the flat earthers, he made it into the pizza ball from the Eric Andre show.
It wouldn't be flat, but it'd be kind of weird because Pineapple
Sprite.
Planet would just be flat.
Sprite Planet in the shape of a Sprite bottle.
Coke Planet, but it's misunderstood, so it's actually cocaine.
Coke Planet, but it emits radiation.
Coke Planet, but you get a little high off of it. But all the residents are like just lazy.
Wait, with Coke? I don't know, lazy. Maybe.
No, wait.
Society.
Oh wait, no. Coke Planet, but it's stuck in the 1800s.
Oh,
Dr.
God.
Pepper Planet, but instead of it being soda, it's actually just one giant ball of medicine.
Well, to be fair, you can still go with Coke Planet with Coca-Cola, but the original with actual cocaine in it.
Yes,
Just
that's what I'm
soda.
saying. And then there's
Like
Coke
those-
Planet,
like,
New Coke
yeah.
edition.
It's
And
like
it's
Super
just-
Mario Galaxy, where it's like the water worlds.
No, there's no. Wait, no. God just makes 3 different Coke planets side by side.
Just-
One is like an actual coca leaf. The other is a brick of cocaine, and then one is like 1800s Coca-Cola.
Oh, I like that idea, but how about it's just 3 different versions of Coca-Cola Planet?
Coke Diet, Coke Zero.
No. It's not even that. It's just normal Coke, but it's like Coke from the 1800s, Coke
Regular Coke
2019,
from now.
new Coke.
No, and then just Mexican Coke.
Mexican
Oh,
Coke.
the greatest, but I'm pretty sure there's traces of cocaine still in there.
No shit. Pretty sure there's traces of people.
Oh god.
You know, no.
It's just the majority of the planet is like striped red because of the corpses.
Each planet has like its own little sub-race to it, so like all the Chinese people are on like the takeout planet.
Oh my god.
Takeout Planet.
Takeout Planet?
All the African people are just floating in space.
Water Planet. But it's salt water. There's like a little piece of land. Like God just threw it in there, and it's like, I feel bad for y'all, and he just threw like one piece of sand in there.
There's just a maple syrup planet, but instead of people on there, it's just nothing but moose and snowmen.
And then there's like hybrid versions of them.
there's just a moose's
Snow moose.
body with a snowman's head.
No, but it's like snowmen, like they would be like how you would dress them up as like Frosty the Snowman, but like there's a hybrid version of it where it's just a moose with a fucking top hat.
He puts like all the white people on a fucking giant tub of Miracle Whip.
He would no, all the white people would go to Raisin Planet.
I like Ray. You know what? That probably doesn't help.
It really don't. But it's okay.
I love how Matt said he was gonna go to bed like 30 minutes ago, and I was like, mashed potatoes.
Was that 30 minutes ago? I felt like it was 10 minutes.
No, we spent 30 minutes talking about it.
Oh my god. Good god.
You know, he did it for a noble cause.
You know,
Science.
theoretically, we could make a planet out of anything by that logic, except for feathers.
Yeah, because feathers are not heavier
Well,
than steel.
actually, no, not even, because depending on how they're contained, if it has enough weight to it, there will be enough pressure at the center to form really anything.
It is biodegradable, I guess.
Are feathers biodegradable?
I mean, I'm guessing 'cause it's
I mean,
animals.
Well, yeah,
I've
'cause
never seen
animals
a feather
are.
rot.
I assume they are.
That's
Yeah, 'cause like, yeah, I think they are. 'Cause corpses are just biodegradable, so I assume the attachments with the corpses are biodegradable. Corpse husband, go to bed.
Are feathers biodegradable?
I really wanna.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, I thought they were.
I'm just assuming like most animal stuff are.
Apparently, they're some of the most nitrogen-rich compounds possible.
Oh my. Oh, great heavens.
I thought she was gonna say calm, and I was about to leave, dude.
You think there's like animals in space?
Well, yeah, there's obviously like other species out there.
I mean, like just like how we have like the land. Like I guess a planet, like the planet would just be like land, I guess, and it would be like,
Are you
hey,
talking about like an animal just out there floating in space, or like a planet full of animals?
like not like in like directly an animal, but just some sort of creature that like is just that resembles some sort of animal and is just out there in space chilling.
Well, I can tell you there's a deer out there somewhere in space.
There is a deer somewhere out there in space?
Yeah, at some point, I don't remember what country it was, but they brought a deer up into space and then shoved it out the airlock to see what would happen. I don't remember if they brought it inside or not afterwards, but if they didn't, there's a deer somewhere out there.
It's probably going back to Earth. It's like, oh my god, it's a fucking deer!
Could you imagine if like
Someone's
some
just
alien
chilling.
species finds that? And
Could
they
you
think there's,
imagine
like, a
like there's
sign
some
of war?
preschooler just going to fucking school and he looks up and there's like just a fucking giant deer hurling right toward him?
Just gets hit with a deer on his way to school.
And then he like wakes up and he's like, are you fucking... This is
Wait,
bullshit.
what preschooler's gonna walk to school?
What are you talking about? Of course they would walk to school.
What?
Not like by themselves, but like let's say it's like some preschool and it's got like a fence and stuff like that, and there's like a entrance through the fence, and it's like, all right, go ahead and go on in.
If there's an entrance to the fence of the preschool, it's not a good thing.
I hate to say it, mad at me, but he got a point.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's say they're in middle school.
Alright, that works. Fucking 7th grade Mac gets struck down by a deer delivered straight by God.
Same day shipping.
He's like, I forgot to remove it, I'm so sorry!
Imagine that's how our packages got delivered.
Could you
Because they
imagine
just
if
get
like...
thrown from space.
Could you imagine like if like God just like slips up and like forgets to remove the deer from space, and then like he just like reveals himself to everyone on Earth and he's like, oh my god, I'm so fucking sorry, I literally meant to remove that last week.
It's like, no, he just appears how the Watcher does in fucking What If.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
He's like, hey yo, my bad.
it's like, dude, I'm so sorry, oh my god. And then like he picks up the deer with his giant hands and everyone's just like, what the fuck is that?
He crushes like a 1/12 of the planet by doing it.
Hey, I got
like-
the Ray K.
Let's go, easy clap.
Damn, I'm good.
Good shit, SpongeBob. I'm clipping this.
The speech.